question is, I've been dieting for 12 months but haven't been able to see consistent results. Why? Probably because you've been dieting for 12 months. Here's the thing, when people diet for long periods of time, they think they've been in a calorie deficit that entire year. But when you actually delve deeper, you realize they actually haven't been in a deficit. That's why they haven't lost weight. So when we're thinking of a deficit, we want to think of it not just as a few days, but over the course of periods of months, weeks, years. Over that year, they've probably done this. They've dieted for a couple of weeks, gone very low calories, then given up, binged, eaten very high calories, been in a surplus, and put that weight back on. Then they diet again for a few weeks, binge, put that weight back on. Diet, binge, diet, binge. So even though they feel like they're living in a calorie deficit, the reason why they're not losing weight is because they're not in a calorie deficit. Just because you've been in a calorie deficit for a period of time doesn't mean you're going to lose weight from a net period of time if you keep being in a calorie surplus when you come out of that deficit. So my big thing is spend short periods of time in a calorie deficit. Choose 4, 6, 8 weeks. Be in a calorie deficit, lose some weight, then go up to your maintenance calories. Spend a bit of time there, diet break for a couple of weeks, then come back down. Try to break it up into mini dieting blocks, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. So spend that time, be in that 4, 6, 8 week block of calorie deficit, but do it really well. Don't mess around. Know that you've got a short-term goal, get it done, lose a couple of kilos, then build your calories up, have a break. But don't, when you have that break, go into a surplus. That's the issue. That's where people have their problems. They put that weight back on. So what we want to do is spend that time in a calorie deficit, lose a couple of kilos, have a break. But when you have a break, you maintain your weight. Then you come back down into calorie deficit, you lose a few more kilos, then have a break. Then keep going back and forth. But the difference is this time, when you go back and forth, when you go up, you're not putting on weight, you're just maintaining your weight. That is the key. This way, over the course of the year, you're spending the majority of your time in a deficit, but when you're not in a deficit, you're just maintaining, rather than that deficit being cancelled out by that surplus.